get over to the Big Ten West. I got to say, guys, a lot of people, they're on the Iowa, they're on the Wisconsin. I think this is a great opportunity for the Minnesotas and the Purdues of the world to go ahead and win that division. Saw Minnesota practice. Is one of the best coached teams in the conference. People really buy into that row the boat mentality there. They've got great running back room. They've got a defense that nobody's talking about that was quietly one of the best defenses in the Big Ten last year. And you look at Purdue, second best quarterback in the conference coming in my humble opinion. That offense racks up yards like crazy, and they took a step forward on defense. George Karlaftis is not coming back. However, I think that they broke through a mental wall. As I look at it, if I'm putting money on teams over in the West, my money's going on Minnesota and Purdue before it's going on Wisconsin and Iowa. Fellas, where are you guys at?
Listen, I called the Minnesota spring game this year too, and I knew that Minnesota's always been a solid team. But as you looked at it, I thought Iowa was going to take a step back. I thought Wisconsin, just Graham Mertz, he just hasn't evolved into somebody that gives you much confidence. I feel their ceiling's capped with him at quarterback. And then it was like, all right, Tanner Morgan, he's been up, he's been down. He had a great season in 19, not so much the past 2 years. What was the difference? What was their offensive coordinator, Kirk Ciarrocca? When he was there in 2019, they had one of the best offenses in school history. Now he's back again this year with Tanner Morgan being in his 6th year. He's a veteran guy. They got a great relationship. Last year, they dealt with a lot of tragedies. There was deaths. There was off the field tragedies. It was a tough year for their offense. But I expect them to be significantly improved. And looking at the spring game, they're going to get back to that modern RPO style, which is a lot easier and a lot more favorable for Tanner Morgan. And you said it, Joe Rossi has done a great job with their defense. Their back end, they feel, could be the best in the entire Big Ten. The safety position's locked down, and then they went to the transfer portal. They got 2 guys that really flashed in Beanie Bishop and Ryan Stapp. Those guys flashed. So that's it. That's a team no one's talking about, and that's probably good. I'd be buying some stock in Minnesota this year. Probably how they like it.
They 2019, they had the 3rd or 4th pass efficiency offense in the nation. With Kirk Ciarrocca calling plays, and Tanner Morgan was very decisive that year, and that certainly went away over the last couple of seasons. Hack, you're taking a look at the West. I mean, where are you leaning?
I think you talk about. I'll continue on the Minnesota thing. The player I'm most excited to see, and I think was one of the tragedies for that team last year on a lesser scale, was Mo Ibrahim going down in that Ohio State game, and I am very excited to see what that kid can do. I think one of the themes we've talked about is offensive line. Minnesota always has that. They have big guys that can create space. And when you have a guy with that type of talent, it's going to take pressure off Tanner Morgan. I think it's just going to help the entire situation. I absolutely love Aiden O'Connell at Purdue. I've talked about it over and over again. I think the kid is one of the most pro-ready guys in the country in terms of accuracy, anticipation, timing, ability to move. But he's not a 4-4, 4-5 guy, but he moves inside of the pocket in ways that are almost Brady-esque in terms of slight movements to create that last half second to be able to deliver the football, where most guys would be bailing, getting the hell out of there. I'm a big fan of Aiden O'Connell. I think Purdue's got a shot, and I'm going to kind of throw a curveball here because of all the pressure and everything that's going on. But I think one thing you and I talked about, Josh, was Nebraska and their defense last year. And I think they did a decent job in the portal. I think they may have some answers at quarterback. And I think I'm not buying stock in them. I'm just saying I think it's one of those situations where it could work out for them with all of those things considered. I thought that they were roster-wise not lacking talent last year. It was just consistently shooting themselves in the foot. I think a year of going through that, you're either going to make a change or you're going to go down with the ship. And I hope Scott Frost over there understands the importance of that. And I think he's done a decent job up until this point. I think adding Mark Whipple's a big add from coming from Pitt with Kenny Pickett. So we will see. I think that's kind of my one of the teams that I'm not buying stock in, but who knows? We'll see what happens.
All right. So let's move on to that conversation here on the Field of 12 After Dark, presented by Bet Rivers.